I'm Adrian Carbajal. Here are your headlines from Central Texas. A new bill is creating a pathway for Medicare to cover a groundbreaking new blood test that can detect up to 50 types of cancer at once. Our Juliana Jackson tells us about two women who helped advocate for the change.
Karen Haley Dungan works at her salon every day.
Still have a voice, and I feel like it is my purpose to use that voice to help other people.
She's a 33-year cancer survivor, and for nearly 2 decades, she's had a second job, helping other people during their own cancer battles.
Sad emotion for the women who weren't able to utilize that early cancer detection tool.
Her fight alongside the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network is changing lives.
It's just going to change the way things are done.
The Nancy Gardner Sewell Medicare Multi-Cancer Early Detection Screening Coverage Act is now federal law. The group says this is a game changer because one blood draw can test up to 50 cancers at once.
Cancer was decreased by 33%. Early detection is the key.
But Karen didn't do it alone. Lacey Landry came in for a haircut one day and left with a mission. Her mother is a breast cancer fighter, and she says she knows firsthand why this work matters.
Those who are affected by cancer, because we all know that everyone, whether it's you personally or someone around you, is affected by cancer.
Texas funds millions of dollars in cancer research every year, and this group is already working on the next bill. But says with a new class of lawmakers in Austin, advocates worry the funding could fall through the cracks if legislators don't understand what's at stake. But these women say they're ready to take on that mission.
We've got a lot of educating to do.
More than 274,000 applications were submitted for Texas Education Freedom accounts before the deadline closed on March 31st. That's according to the Texas Comptroller's Office. Dee Carney, the director for the Texas Center for Voucher Transparency, says it's no surprise that that's many applicants, with the state being as big as Texas. But what she's questioning is how many of those students will actually get a voucher and how many will be accepted into private school. According to the data, 75% of applicants were not in a Texas public school. They were already in private school, homeschooled, or never in school at all. But the application was universal and open to all. Here's what we saw in Central Texas. Killeen ISD, our largest district, had over 2,000 applicants. Waco and Belton ISDs were in the 900s, followed by Midway at nearly 750 and Temple at 541. But the data will change based on what comes next, tiering and selection.
You're going to have to wait a few more months, right, for the tiering process to happen. So you've got who has applied, then who gets the voucher, and then will the school accept them? And those numbers, they will change based on who is enrolled or who is accepted into a private school.
The priority tiers begin with students with disabilities and families making $165,000 or less in income, then low-income families making roughly $65,000 or less in a family of 4. The $1.1 billion in funds will trickle down the tiers until they reach a tier where they can't cover all students, where they will run a lottery. And those are your headlines from Central Texas.